McLaren 720. It's pretty fun. I had fun on track with it.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not? It's like 800 horsepower. Look at it.
I know, it's beautiful. You tuned it, of course. Modify everything, right? I love the sound of it.
But also super comfortable. I don't have any complaints about it, truthfully. I did just have an annual service done.
And you had to ship it to Colorado.
Yeah, I had to go to Denver.
How often do you have to do it, like a service?
Oh, every year at least. We haven't driven it. Well, we have driven it more than 5,000 miles.
We did the Vegas drive,
yeah.
All back roads. With my McLaren, I found I just didn't get out and drive it a lot. I don't know why, because I don't have any complaints about it. It was tons of fun.
You didn't make time, and so it wouldn't matter what car it is. If you don't take time to drive it, you're never really gonna, get connected to it. And
that's true.
You've got to drive it. So, but I do think also there's a little bit of brain damage, right? With the McLaren, you're thinking, oh my gosh, is it going to break? You shouldn't. They're actually really reliable cars. In Utah, we don't have a local dealership or a place to service it. I mean, there are, companies here that can do some basic maintenance, but like they don't have the McLaren tool, so you do have to send it off.
Do you feel like you drive it enough?
No.
Why is that?
I think sometimes I feel like it's so pretty, I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want it to get like rock chips or anything like that. Like it's so pretty. So even though we've had it on the track a bunch, like I just, I would never go on track with like other people around. Because you just get a bunch of crap on it. Yeah, absolutely.
On a NASA day?
No. It's also immensely fast. So it's been wintertime. I haven't been able to drive it. It's got summer tires on it. It's not a car that like you're going to mess around when it's cold.
No.
You can't do that.
What has been your favorite thing about this car?
The road trip with Aiden in the passenger seat just kept, nodding off and like having fun. That was a seriously fun time. And the car was incredibly comfortable. I mean, it sounds amazing. Like I kept just shifting, like even though I didn't need to, because I just wanted to hear the car.
Yeah.
Setting that lap time on the track, like we're talking like GT speed, like race cars on the outer loop, and I'm in a street car like that. It's crazy to me. It didn't feel like particularly scary. Like I like Porsches because you have to drive them a certain way, and sometimes they can feel scary if you're on the limit. They move around a lot. I'm just gonna have to admit something.
Admit it.
I'm a Porsche guy. I'm a Porsche guy. I'm a Porsche guy. I'm a Porsche guy. Like I'm trying to live like a lie and buy all these other cars, but like I love Porsches. I'm super jealous that you have the GT3.
I mean,
like you got my dream car, manual. Honestly, like I'm a little irritated about it.
We just have to explain the Porsche story. We've been married many years, and how many Porsches have how many have we owned?
Honestly, I was trying to count this morning, just thinking, and it's got to be close to 50 or over 50.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, I mean, we're close to 180 total cars that we've owned, but like the majority of them, as far as like one make, have definitely been Porsche,
I remember you got a yellow Porsche, and I drove it. I don't remember what you were
Yellow one, yeah.
I know,
that's C4S, 911
okay, but this
C4S.
was before I knew cars, okay? In my mind, that was like our first, like,
911.
Porsche. Like, yeah,
it was.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I'm just gonna skip to the ones in my brain, right?
Right.
Okay, so then I remember we got Gretchen and Helga, right?
Helga and Gretchen, both chalk 911s, a GT3 and a GTS 911, and both 2017.
Which one did I drive?
Well, Helga was the GT3, so it had a PDK, and Gretchen had a manual, 7-speed manual.
Yeah, and sometimes I would just drive that, and I would drive it to work and stuff. I remember I came home one day from work, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep going up the extra, go over to Mountain View and just kind of drive it.
Do a little loop.
So I would say that is when I started to appreciate the Porsche. Like before, I thought I don't really like these cars. Like I don't know. Like
They're
they don't.
pretentious.
They don't. Yeah, exactly. And they don't look like that amazing to me. And like the price of them, I don't know. I don't know. But then driving Helga, so the GTS,
Yeah.
right? I like really enjoyed it. And then I know you had many, many more Porsches between there. I think it was Gwendolyn. What was that?
Gwendolyn was a 992 911 4S. It was aventurine green with
And
a
a
manual.
manual. Yes.
And an aero kit. Like it was a gorgeous car. That was an awesome car. Gold wheels.
Yes. It was so fun.
Yeah, it's an amazing car.
And that's when I started taking it on the drives. And you also had the GT4, right? The white one?
Yeah, I had a GT4. Yep.
Okay. And so I remember that's when we started doing family drives,
Yeah.
and I would drive a car, right? So that wasn't the,
Which is how it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have done that the whole time.
I know I could have, but I don't know why I didn't.
Chose not to.
Yeah. And it was so fun. And then I remember when you sold that and you got Phoenix, the
Yeah.
GT2 RS,
Yeah,
right?
GT2. Man, they call it the Widowmaker. That was like my dream car. Like that was the pinnacle car. When that car came out, over 700 horsepower, two-wheel drive, a GT car, all the carbon, like phenomenal car. But
Well, I remember you
wasn't
you
as scary as
traded-
everybody thought.
you traded so Gwendolyn and I don't remember what we called the GT4.
I don't know.
But you traded those two in on Phoenix, and I remember you asking me if I cared, and I was like, why would I care? They're your cars. Like, do what you want. And I remember feeling just a little, I don't think I told you this at the time, I felt a little bit sad because I liked driving when we went on those family drives. It was kind of fun.
We would have had so many more cars if you would have just said that a long time ago.
I know, but then I
We would
felt
have
like,
had so many more cars.
oh, you had Phoenix, and then I think I did tell you that I kind of missed driving on our drives,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
that's when Mikey's GT3 RS became
Right.
available, and you were like, should we get it? And I was like, I don't know. Do you remember?
I do.
It was
Yeah, I
like,
do.
really? We should really get that? That's what got me into them. So that was, the GT3 RS was the first car I took on track, right?
Right.
And it was so fun, so much fun. So after that, I was hooked on, like for me, I really enjoyed the Porsches. But then the list.
You want me to explain the list?
Explain the
All right.
list. Okay.
The list, when cars are released, especially Porsches, new cars, there are lists created because Porsche only makes so many of them. They give what to the dealership what's called an allocation. Okay, it means only so many dealers will get an allotment of these cars. And so these lists are created as truthfully, it's supposed to be a gentleman's agreement that the first person to put a deposit would get the car, okay? Well, ultimately, what's happened over the years is Porsche has allowed, and this is in America, and you know what, frankly, it's happening everywhere. Now, I see people in Europe dealing with the same issues, but Porsche will create these lists, and instead of first come, first deposit, that kind of thing, it became okay, who's willing to pay more, right? We shouldn't be bummed about that. That's capitalism. And if somebody wants to pay more, I think fantastic. But where the challenge is, for me, is, if you only have two dealerships in the state of Utah, or two dealerships that you're working with that you could purchase a car from, you would think that if you build a relationship with those dealerships, meaning you purchased a number of cars, that would entitle you to just being able to buy a car from Porsche. But nope, that's not how it works. So from Porsche of Salt Lake, I've purchased over 40 cars. From Porsche of Lehigh, I've purchased pretty close to 10. I don't remember. I mean, if we count Audis, the R8, stuff like that. But, between the two dealerships, almost 50 plus cars, right? And that should, in my mind, allow me to be somewhere on the list, okay? But ultimately, what's been happening is, some of you in the car world will know is, because there was supply chain issues because of COVID, the GT cars were delayed. So the 911s that were coming, they were delayed. And so it meant people wanted them more, which means they were willing to pay more. And magically, these lists started moving. And the dealerships came up with this idea, and this isn't new, okay, this has been going on for a long time, but they would allow certain people to buy the cars or to take the allocation to build the car with the deal that, hey, I'm going to let you buy this car, you're going to buy it, it's going to come in, and then you're going to bring it back to me as a used car after 50 miles, and we're going to sell it for $150,000 over the sticker price, and we're going to split the difference. We're going to split the money. You're going to make some, and the dealership's going to make some. Well, that's just a load of garbage, because what it's done is create this artificial market or this increase in value for these cars, and ultimately it's going to leave a bunch of people that are speculators holding the bag, and they're going to lose money. And you know what? In that scenario, I think good. Let them lose the money. Let them get hammered, okay? Because if you're buying a car and the whole purpose is you're not an enthusiast, you don't want to drive it, you're not passionate about it, you're just simply buying it to make money, you should just be a dealer. You shouldn't be, you know, a guy or a gal that's just buying cars, that's an enthusiast. And you're kind of ruining it for the rest of us. So I have kind of decided I am no longer going to allow these two dealerships to make money off of me on my purchases. And it sucks because I love Porsche so much. I'm to the point now where I feel like I got to write a letter to the CEO like or something and say, hey, you know, I'm one of many people that thinks this is ridiculous. This is an unfair practice, and you're killing your brand. Okay, so if you start to erode or cut away the enthusiasts, the people that love Porsche so much, because you're trying to make so much more money than what Porsche's already said the asking price is, which is really high, at some point, those enthusiasts are going to go away, which is what happened to us, right? We left.
Yeah.
We went and bought McLarens, we bought Lamborghinis, we bought all these other cars because it was so ridiculous that, oh, shame on us, we couldn't get the car we wanted. I get how this sounds, but in truth, we love Porsche. And it just happens to be that two dealerships that we're supposed to deal with aren't willing to treat us as a good customer. We don't have enough clout to be able to just order a car. That list got magically rearranged where people that were for sure behind us somehow got in front of us and were able to get their car and buy their car. And sure enough, it's because of that willingness to flip the car after and make all this money. So Porsche, shame on you for letting this happen. Shame on you. Shame on you. But see, first world problems.
That's the way. No, it's all right. It's the way of the world. I don't think Porsche can do anything about it because it's the dealership. Porsche sets the price. The dealerships are the ones that are like making the side deals.
I think Porsche specifically, even though they would never say this, the management of Porsche in North America has specifically said, good job. Go ahead and do it. Sell these cars for more. Because there was such an issue with delivery, right? Like getting cars to the United States. They had COVID, which caused the shutdown, and cars couldn't be produced. And then they had a war in Ukraine, where Porsche was making all of their wiring harnesses. So now they can't get any cars to America, to China, you know, to all the other markets. And it's all because of like supply issues. The dealerships they didn't have inventory. So yeah, sure, they should be able to make money, but Porsche should step in and try to stop some of that. These dealerships have these side agreements, and even if they say, oh yeah, no, we always sell a car at sticker, if you have a gentleman's side agreement that says, hey, I'm going to sell you the car at sticker, but you have to bring the car back to me, and so we're going to sell it for more, that's ridiculous. So, you know, case in point, we wanted a car so bad that her GT3, we paid over sticker. Yeah. Significantly over sticker, but we didn't purchase it from a Porsche dealership because of that. Like, I would rather have somebody else make money. I believe people should make money.
Well,
we're treated better by this dealership.
Loyalty. I think it's a loyalty.
And that's the thing. I thought, man, buying more than 40 cars from one dealer should make us loyal, but apparently we're not loyal enough. We're not loyal enough.
Well, we're loyal until it's not reciprocated.
That's the story. Like, we're a Porsche family.
No denying it.
Yeah,
We tried to deny it. We tried to deny it for a year. Most of you said, it's just a phase. And we said, no, it's not a phase. We're sticking to it. No way. This is crap. But it was a phase. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. At least we can admit it. The first step to your problem is admitting
that I have a Porsche.
Admitting that you have a problem.
Which is a problem.
We have a problem with Porsche, but we don't have a problem with Porsche. We love Porsches.
Yeah, we do. About them. I mean, we just sit here. We've been talking about McLaren and how gorgeous this thing is. It really is like a work of art.
It's beautiful. I'm looking at the sides, like where the doors are, the vents right there.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
It's so cool.
But honestly, if a Laura was sitting here, a 964 turbo, I would.
Oh, because those.
I have much more of this attachment. You know what I mean? I see a Laura and I just feel totally different. Like the McLaren is art, but it doesn't feel to me like it's usable art. Whereas the 911, I feel like it's art, but I could absolutely jump in that thing and drive across the country. I could go off road like we do with the Safari car. Like I would never, do that in any of these cars. When you're so connected to a specific car or brand, like you get in, and even though every single Porsche drives different,
yeah, it's true.
You know exactly what to expect, and like what's happening. Any potential warning signs, mechanically or what have you. You can feel it. Whereas, the McLaren or the Lambo, even the AMG, the Mercedes, like there's stuff you just don't even know. We're Porsche people. So what are we going to do? Just keeping this thing? Getting something else? We're going to sell this, aren't we?
This is on its way out.
Well, this has got to go.
Keep watching because the next video, you're going to see what's going to replace.
Look, when my mind already gets going and I've decided to sell something, it's getting sold, period. Oh. Gorgeous car, amazing. The Duchess has lived up to the hype. Absolutely an engineering marvel.
Beautiful car.
Yeah, amazing.
Great road trip.
I'm going to get a Porsche. That's it. I'm going to get another Porsche.
You spoiled it. You spoiled. Okay, but we're not going to say which one until...
No, we're not.
Till the next video.
I'm going to be determined to convert every one of my family members that the only thing they should ever own is a Porsche. That's what I'm going to do. Except there's this whole conundrum of I can't buy Porsches because I don't have a specific dealership. So if you're a Porsche dealer and you want to sell us cars and you want to treat us fair, we will purchase our cars through you and we will sell our cars through you. And you know what? We'll do it fair. We believe that you should make money. But we're not going to pay over sticker. Okay? That's garbage. Through the Porsche dealership. Again, I've just said, on another dealership, I've had to pay over sticker because I want the car so much and, is what it is. You just have to let us actually get one.
The GT3 RS, the new one, I saw that on a video yesterday.
We're asking for like winning the lottery right now. That's what we're doing. We're coming back to the Porsche land.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because something new is on its way. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for coming to our living room today.